which is sick. That is so sick. It's so sick knowing that, he's been doing this for this long.
How dare you!
Doesn't make sense now. Shit just got real, things are getting intense now. I hear you talking about we a lot, oh, you speak French now.
Welcome to Let's Lëbo. Now this is a show where Shana spotlight on the culture, anyone that you should know or already know. Now Superstars July was just so long and filled with so much drama. Maybe it could have been that retrograde as I was talking about, but we had scandals after scandals. From Simphiwe hairstyle call out to a scandal that was caught on camera, and also Jana and Kenny's breakup. Let's get into it. So let's start with Simphiwe, who recently posted and deleted a tweet claiming that Nomzamo Mbatha as well as the Shaka Ilembe crew have been stealing her hairstyles. Now, if we look back towards her career, we will see that she has been rocking those hairstyles on photo shoots as well as red carpets. But that didn't stop Twitter people and also fans. I don't know what to call Twitter people. You call them, I don't know what you call them. But that didn't stop her from receiving backlash, because people were pointing out that those hairstyles have been with us throughout the ages. They are synonymous with our ancestors. And I kind of think they're right. On that front, because if we take a trip down history,
we're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship.
We will see that, those hairstyles were not even just, used as... They weren't just used as, like decorative. They were also used in communicative styles. They were also used to show status.
So your hair can communicate a whole range of different things in ancient African society. And this beautiful, elaborate hairstyle here is from the Democratic Republic of Congo, and it was worn by women who were the wives of Zande rulers. And to me, it makes sense as to why this hairstyle was worn by, I don't know if affluent is the right word to use in this context, but the wives of Zande rulers, because it takes up space, it's very beautiful and very elaborate, and it looks very regal and very nice. But yeah, it makes sense as to why this communicated a lot of status.
Like they were symbolic, it wasn't, just, like to show aesthetics like what we are doing right now. They were used to convey messages, especially with slavery, but yeah. So the question now becomes, can we gatekeep history? And my honest opinion is that we are confusing influence with invention, because now, do I think Simphiwe's name was maybe floating around in the boardroom when they were discussing these types of hairstyles for Shaka Ilembe? I do. I really do. And do I think she has inspired a generation? Yes. But do I also think that she is the one that created them and therefore can, gatekeep and need some recognition? No. No, I can't, agree with, her sentiment of wanting to, be, like recognized and honored, because she didn't invent them, but she did shine a light on them. She shone a spotlight on them. But let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if she should have been credited, or do you think she was just reaching? Now, next up, I want to talk about one of the biggest scandals to hit July, which also inspired so many kiss cam memes. And it is being alleged that Andy Byron is looking into suing Coldplay for emotional distress, but also defamation. And I don't think this is the right way to go if he is doing that allegedly, because legal experts were asked what would be needed to prove, what would he need to prove in order to move on with this case. And basically he'd need to prove that there was no ongoing affair, but also that the kiss cam thing happened out of malice. Like Chris Martin did the whole thing out of malice, and he knew that there was no ongoing affair, but he wanted to, push that narrative or something. But I don't know, let me know what you think in the comments. But for me personally, I feel like this is deflection. I feel like someone is allergic to accountability, which a lot of people are. So yeah, but let me know in the comments what you think about this whole case. Do you think that he should move forward with it, or do you think that he's just deflecting? And finally, we come to one of the craziest and messiest stories of the week. July was so much. July was horrible. But Jana and Kenny broke up. And if you don't know them, this is a Love Island couple, and I will try to, I'll try to paint a picture. So Janae Craig was, the main cast, and she was kind of having a hard time, dating in the villa. And then in came Kenny as a bombshell, and their connection grew, their connection was, beautiful, and it blossomed. And then there was like this whole Casa Amor drama, and that hiccup, led to Kenny, crying over her, crying for her, saying that he wants her and only her,
I don't think I want to be here.
No, go. You chose her. Go choose her. You don't want to be with me because if you did, you would have just thought twice. Like, why didn't you think that through?
Spent 2 days ago.
Yeah, I disrespected her. That's not who I am. Like,
and he had us fooled. Honestly, he had us fooled.
How dare you, Mr. Spears? You had me fooled. And you too, Mrs. Spears. Death to all of them.
Because now looking back, now you can see that that man was just playing. Yeah, we come to find out right now that that man just used her for clout. He was just using her for a come up, for the bag, and for brands.
Boy is only here for clout. Oh, surely. Pop on his balloon. Drop the mic.
And which is sick. That is so sick. It's so sick knowing that, he's been doing this for this long. Like, it's been so long right now. Like, it's like a year. Yeah, I didn't even look at the, I didn't check the dates.
You are now a year in, basically, to this relationship with Janae.
But it's like a year of this ongoing, them being the second couple, they won second place. Yeah. They won second place, and now he's been, they've been like, together and stuff. And in the Beyond the Villa thing, you can see that he didn't want to, move into an apartment with her.
Miguel, I didn't know that we were living separately. And I just mentioned we like our space.
I told you I wanted us to live together.
I wanted separation from you.
Ugh.
But now it's evident why. And so basically what started is that when she unfollowed him, everyone thought, like the rumors were that he was cheating. We thought he was cheating and stuff. And then we saw that it's not just her that, unfollowed him, like now the castmates are unfollowing him, the host is unfollowing him, and apparently even brands started unfollowing him. And then now we saw that, this is bigger. This is not even, just cheating allegations, like now rumors were swirling, like, is it domestic violence? Is it this? Is it that? And turns out he's a racist. He's a racist, and not just that, he was racist towards her. Like with his friends, like in their DMs, like his DMs with his friends leaked. And you could see him, like saying some racist slurs about her to his friends and laughing. And it's so crazy to me that he would keep up this whole facade for so long. Like,
I don't have the energy to portray someone I'm not, like, especially 3 weeks like that.
Yeah,
I was like,
all day, every day.
Yeah.
Full-time job.
What do you mean that, like, okay, and this is my problem with Love Island nowadays, like, nowadays I feel like, like, we are seeing a lot of, this happening, not, like, this is like the first, big one, like, I don't want to say big, but this is like the first time, like, like now it's evident, like now it's, there's the truth has come out about people looking for, a come up. But I feel like nowadays, people are going to Love Island, and I think we'll see more of that happening, as the years pass, that people are only going to be joining Love Island, not for love, but just to be famous, because people just want to be influencers and everything. So now it's really sad, but it's really not surprising. Like, I hate that it happened to Janae, because oh my gosh, I love Janae. I love it down, Janae. I'm with you. I am with you. I am with you. 10 toes down. I am with you. But this is, this is horrible, that, he would do. Like, for so long, my guy, for so long, like, it gets to a point where it's like, you'd do anything, you'd do anything for the bag. Like, I don't. Yeah, like, let me know what you guys think on the story. Let me know what you guys think about Kenny, because this is crazy to me. It's crazy how someone would concoct this whole thing just to be able to get to where he wants to be. Use someone to get to where he wants to be. And I would say, you know what? Just let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know in the comments what you think. Now, superstars, this episode was jam-packed with so much drama. I hope August treats us well and the rest of the year. Like, let us, gain some favor, let us not be in the shackles of drama. Free us from the shackles of drama. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Let me know all your opinions about all these topics. But I will see you guys next Sunday, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video to everyone. And I will see you guys again, I repeat, next Sunday, and goodbye.